What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free Major League Baseball home run prop show for Wednesday, May 17th, 2023. Now, just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. We're going to get into the home run prop action for Wednesday. And oh boy, what a Tuesday it was for us with the home run prop video, home run prop show. I'll tell you, there are some good days, some bad days, but I'll tell you, when the good days hit, man, they come in waves. 7 home run prop winners for us on Tuesday. And man, if you covered everything, you played them straight, you made money hand over fist. I can't imagine if you parlayed some of them. We had a fantastic day. So, hopefully we can replicate some of that success on Wednesday. And just a reminder for everybody, these are meant to be plays that are very high risk, high reward, not to be plays that you dump your whole bankroll into, just plays that are worth some coffee or some pizza money, just to sprinkle on the side for some action. But if you are looking for the games that I do love the most, my best bets on the board, my favorite games that I like the most, including my daily $19 best bet, you can find those at pickdawgz.com by heading to the website and clicking the premium picks tab at the top of the page. We will make sure that you guys get sorted there and put some more money in your pocket. But let's get to these. Let's do a recap of the fantastic day that we had on Tuesday. And it started with, we actually went with our leadoff man, and he came through for us. Aaron Judge came through at plus 280. He said he went yard in what's been a very chippy series between the Blue Jays and the Yankees. And my gut feeling, man, sometimes when your gut rumbles, it either means you're hungry or you got to listen to it. And we went through with Kevin Kiermaier, who hit it plus 850. And like I said, that was one of my favorite plays of the day. Like I said, I just had a really strong feeling about Kiermaier. There wasn't a ton behind it to suggest it, but he was hitting well against righties. But not necessarily for power, but I'll tell you, he went yard, and there was no one happier about it than me. But also had Nolan Arenado going yard for the 5th straight game at plus 375. And then we hit a pair of Braves in that game against the Texas Rangers. Sean Murphy at plus 540. And we also hit Ronald Acuna Jr. at plus 360. And then the game in Arizona made us some nice plus money, nice chunk of change to close out the day. We hit Christian Walker at plus 425. And we also cashed on Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at plus 575. I'll tell you, like I said, what a day it was. But we'll get into the prop action in a second. But just before I go any further, sort of want to remind everybody, as much as we do these home run prop videos, free winners for you guys, let me know in the comment section below. Do you like the angles that I'm going to be taking on some of these games today? Do you not like them? Do you have home run prop plays of your own? Let me know in the comment section below, because like I said, sometimes I go in there and I play some of the prop plays, the home run props that you guys give out as well, because you guys have been on absolute fire with those as well. Dropping some solid plays in there, and we're here to we're here to make money and beat the books as a unit. So if you're gonna do that, I implore everyone, please put those games in there and those home run props in there before the games start. If they're not in there before the games start, it don't really help anybody. Like I said, we're here to beat the books as a team. None of this thank me later stuff. It's not a competition. We are here to crush the books as a unit. So let's get to it and let's make some money on Wednesday. And we're going to start things off. We're going to go back to the scene of the crime with our old friend Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Getting a nice price on him here at plus 600. Going back to the well, he homered on Tuesday against the lefty, and now we get to feast on him here. Since May 1st, Gurriel is second in baseball in home runs against right-handed pitching with 6. Also hitting 367 and getting a favorable matchup against Oakland's Luis Medina, who has a 10.5% barrel rate allowed in just 2 starts so far. Going to go with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at plus 600. Also going to go back to another familiar face, Christian Walker. I think you can bang another one here, hitting for a 10.1% barrel rate this season. And I just like this matchup with Walker here against Medina as well. So going to be Christian Walker at plus 550. Also going to go with Luis Robert. He took a day off from the home run prop, so he's back on it here, plus 370. Peyton Battenfield, starting pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians here, has been absolutely torched. To the tune of a 13.6% barrel rate so far this season. Luis Robert pretty much salivating for this matchup. Leads the White Sox with a 14.7% barrel rate this season. Tied for the league lead in the month of May with 7 home runs against right-handed pitching with a 391 batting average as well. Going to roll with Luis Robert to hit one at plus 370. Also going to go again with another familiar face here. Gonna go with Nolan Arenado to hit a home run at plus 540. Now I will preface this by saying I think we're starting to wonder if maybe we're going to push our luck with Arenado a little bit. This is a tough matchup against Corbin Burns, but for me, this is simply a play of riding the hot hand until it stops paying off. Last time we saw Arenado have a run like this, he hit a home run in 6 straight games. It was last year or 2 years ago. I'm rolling with it again here. You're just look at this from a betting tools angle. You're giving me a play that's hit at 100% in the last 5 games at 5.5 to 1 on our money. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take Nolan Arenado here at plus 540. Also gonna look at I believe he's making his home run prop show debut this season. I don't know, I can't remember, but Bryce Harper at plus 350. Now, this play contingent on Ross Stripling starting for San Francisco. I believe he is. Stripling, 13.4% barrel rate allowed this season. And even if it's not Stripling, there's just not many options that I have here for the San Francisco Giants that I feel overly confident in this matchup against Harper. Harper also 6 for 10 in his career against Stripling. And like I said, I just think that Bryce Harper, I don't want to say he's due. I don't like using the he's due mentality, but Bryce Harper just feels like a good matchup here in this instance, and plus 350 is a solid price on him here. Now, before I continue any further, so I just want to point out to everybody, the main goal of these home run prop videos is A, to put winners in your pocket, and B, show you the benefit of these betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Plays. It's where I get all these graphics from. It's the exact same tools that you will find there if you go over and check them out. They show you player props and how often they hit. They can help you find the best possible price, which is key considering it's the one advantage the books can't take away from you, and it helps you find a sports book that's giving you the best possible price. If you don't have a book with that, an account with that book, gives you a sports book bonus offer to play with that best number. We also got betting tools if you like betting hot and cold streaks. If you're a parlay bettor, we got parlay builders for you. We got profitable angles, profitable teams. I could go on and on about talking about how great these betting tools are at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Plays, but I think they would be just much better if you went over and checked them out for yourself. Played around with them. Like I said, they're going to make you a ton of cash. But we'll get back into the home run prop action for Wednesday. And we're going to go to this, like I said, it's becoming a bit of a rivalry, even more so, even a very chippy rivalry as well between the Yankees and the Blue Jays. And I'm going to roll with Aaron Judge to hit a home run here at plus 285. Now, it's not going to be easy off of Chris Bassett, who has been pitching a lot better in some of his recent starts, but Judge still leads the Yankees with a 27.4% barrel rate, and he went yard in this series. I just think he's batting with a purpose in this series. There have been allegations of cheating against Judge so far in this series. I think he's out to make a statement here. Whether or not that's actually the case, I think it's just about Aaron Judge going out and trying to prove a point here. And right now, this is a bit of, like I said, a rivalry series, a lot of showmanship in this series. I think these two teams not only want to beat up on each other, but they want to beat each other on the scoreboard. And there's nobody that I think likes to do that more than Aaron Judge. He's a gamer, and I think he's going to come out firing here. So give me Aaron Judge at plus 285. I also like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in this matchup. I think it's time he hits a home run at home. And Garrett Cole feels like public enemy number 1 in Toronto, and Guerrero's had a favorable history head-to-head against Cole. He has a 16% barrel rate this season, but I couldn't find a price on Guerrero Jr. at the time that we recorded this video. So if you can find a price on Guerrero Jr., I think he's definitely worth a sprinkle there. But we're also going to move on to this matchup between the Rangers and the Mariners, and we're going to go with the stack of Red Sox here. First one that's going to lead it off for me here is Rafael Devers at plus 510. Still leads the Red Sox with a 14.8% barrel rate. He's hitting 367 with a home run against righties this month. Not often I go against a pitcher with a sub 6% barrel rate like Marco Gonzalez, but he's normally been a pitcher, Gonzalez has struggled in terms of giving up the long ball in his career. I just don't think that number for Gonzalez is sustainable. And I think Rafael Devers, it's been a while since we've seen him really go yard. I think at home, I think he's got a great shot to do it here. So I'm going to take Rafael Devers at plus 510. I'm also going to look at Jarren Duran here at plus 950. This is one of our longer odds plays of the day, but I think it's his home run prop show debut as well. Sporting a decent 8.8% barrel rate this season, hitting 361 with a pair of home runs against righties since May 1st. At home this season, he's hitting 356, 2 home runs. So Duran making contact at home this season. He's been consistent. I think he could tag one here. Going to roll with Jaron Duran at plus 950. I also like Tristan Casas against Gonzalez as well. He's really starting to come into his own offensively, hitting 333 with 3 home runs against right-handed pitching since May 1st, but I couldn't find a price on him. So if you could find Tristan Casas, if you like Tristan Casas in that matchup, I think he's definitely worth a sprinkle as well. And our last Red Sox player for this stack, Masataka Yoshida, here at plus 600. Yoshida hitting 389 with a home run against righties since May 1st. I think there's some value here with Yoshida. There was a tear that he was on sort of in the earlier part of the season, but I think he can get back to basics here and potentially slug one out of the park here. So the way he's making contact, I like Masataka Yoshida. There we go, I got it right. Masataka Yoshida at plus 600. But before we get into our last sort of pair of games on the home run prop show, I want to just touch on a metric that I love backing on. Like I said, if you've heard this before, it's just driving home the point of how much I love barrel rate and how much you're going to hear me talk about barrel rate during these home run prop videos, because I feel that it is the most important metric when we're talking about betting home run props. Barrel rate and barrels in general is basically an all-in-one statistic, or an all-in-one analytic, combining the key contributors to what is a deep hit ball into the outfield or subsequently a potential home run. Hard exit velocity off the bat and launch angle, and hard hit percentage as well. It just goes to show that the further you hit the ball into that barrel zone, the more likely it is that you're going to hit a ball deep into the outfield, and more likely that you're going to hit a home run. And why is that important? Well, when it comes to barrels to home runs, last year 45% of balls that were classified as barrels went for home runs, and that was the lowest percentage we had seen of barrels to home runs in about a decade. And we're normally talking about 50 to 60% of balls that are barrels going out of the park. And if you're going to give me a 50 to 60% probability edge on a plus money play around plus 400 or plus 500, I'm going to take that 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, 366 days a year. I know obviously it's 24/7, 365, but that just goes to show you how much of an edge I feel barrel rate can give us, and I will take it, like I said, any day of the week. Any extra advantage we can have over the books, I'm going to take it. But we'll get into our last few home run props, and just to say that barrel rate goes for both hitters against with how many barrels they're putting into play, and pitchers for how many barrels they're giving up as well. Sorry to go on a tangent there, but we'll get into the final home run prop games for Wednesday. Start things off with another familiar face for us on the home run prop show, Sean Murphy to hit one at plus 500. He's hitting 270 with 4 home runs since May 1st against right-handed pitching. Still leads the Braves in barrel rate at 21.5%. Nathan Eovaldi, he's not giving up a ton of barrels this season, but this is a guy in Eovaldi that had struggled with the long ball in his career and giving it up, and I think that, one home run allowed this season, I do not think is sustainable for Eovaldi. The Braves, they've been hitting right-handed pitching well all season long. I think that's going to continue here, and I think a catalyst for it is going to be Sean Murphy, so I'm going to like Sean Murphy here at plus 500. Also going to roll with Ronald Acuna Jr. here at plus 440. I think Acuna Jr. is the NL MVP. If it's not Pete Alonso that's doing it, I think it's going to be Acuna Jr. I think he's the best player in baseball, to be honest. He's hitting 326 with 3 home runs against righties since May 1st. Has a 15.9% barrel rate this season. Even if Acuna Jr. is ever in a cold slump, he is always a threat to go yard, and I think that threat is live here. So give me Ronald Acuna Jr. at plus 440. I also like Marcell Ozuna to hit one, but I couldn't get a price on him. He's hitting 286 with 3 home runs against righties since May 1st. Has a 16.2% barrel rate this season. Again, like Ozuna, just could not find a price for him. So if you can find a price on Ozuna, I think he's worth a sprinkle as well. Our last couple of home run props, got 2 more games to look at. First one, we're going to look at the Texas Rangers here against the Atlanta Braves. Don't get me wrong, I like Spencer Strider, but I'm going to take a shot with Ezekiel Duran at plus 750. He's making his home run prop show debut, has 3 home runs since May 1st against righties, has a 10.1% barrel rate this season. Like I said, I like Spencer Strider. He doesn't give up a ton of barrels or home runs, but he's not perfect, and he only takes 1. And at this price, with how well Duran has been hitting for power as of late, got to take a shot here at plus 750. Also going to take a stab at Adolis Garcia at plus 500. He's been the most consistent power threat for the Rangers this season, a 14.5% barrel rate, has a pair of home runs since May 1st against right-handed pitching. So I'm going to roll with Adolis Garcia at plus 500. And our last play, I kind of had to double back on this one. This is actually one of the earlier plays on the board. It goes off at 3:10 Eastern. But I'm going to roll with Brenton Doyle to hit a home run at plus 550. Doyle, he's got an 18.2% barrel rate in a small sample size. And in his brief time with the Rockies, he has 4 home runs and a 348 batting average since May 1st against right-handed pitching. Graham Ashcraft, starting for the Cincinnati Reds here, doesn't have a huge barrel rate on the year, but he's given up 3 home runs in his last 2 starts, 12 runs total. He's been absolutely shelled. And this is what we saw from Ashcraft last season, is once he pitched really well coming out of the gate. He was really strong early on. And then once he had that first start where he got rocked, he didn't really find his footing the rest of the way consistently. And I think that could be an issue here against the Rockies in Colorado at Coors. I think Brenton Doyle could be a beneficiary of that. So give me Brenton Doyle at plus 550. We're going to do a recap of the home run prop plays that we gave out for Wednesday. Gave out a fair number of them, but let's see if we can hit another couple here. We're playing with some nice house money at this point. Started things off with Lourdes Gurriel Jr., the Diamondbacks, at plus 600. Went same team. We're going to stick with the D-backs and Christian Walker at plus 550. Luis Robert to hit a home run here at plus 370. Nolan Arenado to hit a home run at plus 540. The Cardinals, we're going to go with, for the Phillies, Bryce Harper to hit one at plus 350. I liked Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees, plus 285. Also liked Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for the Blue Jays, but again, couldn't find a price on him. Also liked Rafael Devers of the Red Sox to hit one at plus 510. Had Jarren Duran of the Red Sox to hit one at plus 950. That was our longest play of the day. I also liked Tristan Casas again of the Red Sox, but no slide for him, no graphic, just couldn't find a price on him. But when I could find on was Masataka Yoshida. I promise I will get that right, or otherwise we might have an explicit rating on this channel or on this video at some point. But Masataka Yoshida at plus 600. Also going to go with a pair of Braves here. Sean Murphy against Ronald Acuna Jr. Sean Murphy at plus 500, and also going to go with Ronald Acuna Jr. at plus 440. Switching dugouts, sticking in the same game. Ezekiel Duran at plus 750. And Adolis Garcia at plus 500. And our last play of the day, the early play, Brenton Doyle at plus 550. Now, if you guys have stuck around long enough, normally we don't always focus on parlays with the home run prop show. But I'll tell you, I found one that I really like. I really, really like. And this one's going off at around, I believe it's close to plus 4,000. Actually, plus 42.68, depending on your book. That's where I got it at. But again, depending on the book, it's paying around plus 4,000. And like I said, it's not often we do this, but heck, I'm feeling some of the mojo after Tuesday, so why not take a shot? We're going to go with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. to hit a home run and Luis Robert to hit a home run as our 2-leg parlay. If you have parlays, again, drop them in the comments section below. Love to hear what you guys have to say and what your guys' picks are for Wednesday. But just a reminder, again, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. It helps us out a ton. Right near 130,000 subscribers. Wouldn't be able to do it without your guys' love and support. Also, make sure you drop a big thumbs up on this channel. It really helps us out. And again, if you're looking to make sure that you get to be in the know when the newest content drops, make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be that first person to get that notification of when these home run prop videos drop. Like you see on Wednesday, we have afternoon baseball. And while I do try to get these videos out as early as possible, sometimes we don't have the prices to be able to work with. And I want to give you guys the most up-to-date information. So if you have those notifications turned on, as soon as this video comes out, you can be the first one to check it out and then get your bets in for the day's action. If you're still looking for my best bets, again, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. And I implore everyone, go and check out these betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place. They're going to do all the heavy lifting for you. They're going to help you make some money. And like I said, you could spend hours in there just playing around with the tools. And like I said, you're not going to find tools like this 100% free anywhere out there, but we're getting them for you at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon. Let's bust up the bookies on Wednesday.